Here we are having go to SEAT and the one topic
This conference will now be recorded.
here we are having go to SEAT and the one topic is that how to display, we have here
This
and
conference will now be recorded.
here we are having go to SEAT and the one topic is that how to display, we have seen the many type of input parameter, right? Like if you have to take the single value, right? If you have to display the single value on the selection screen, like on the screen value, like we have seen that if you have to pass the first number, so first number is the single value, second number similarly, so single value we have seen, drop down we have seen, radio button we have seen, radio button, check boxes we have seen. Sometimes you will come across the requirement, suppose you have to pass the multiple value, like you have to pass the value in form of range. Okay, so if you remember in a report how we used to give the select option over there, how we used to pass the ZMB28 APR, some kind of name I'm just going to give. Okay, so select options. So here, if you remember how we are doing for passing the select option, simply tables, Mara, this Mara is going to be have like a work area, and if you have to if you have to define a range where you can pass the multiple value, for that purpose, for that purpose we used to define like this, and automatically it will generate a selection screen for us. Okay, and their number will be, this is a screen generated, and this screen number will be 1000. Okay, this is the standard standard screen generated by SAP, and the screen number will be 1000. Okay, and here we are able to pass the a value. But suppose if you have to do the same thing in the module pool programming, how you can do? Okay, how you can do, if you have to do the same thing in module pool programming, how you can do? So that actually we're thinking about. Let's go to the program /o SEAT, and this is a module pool program which we have already created, right? This is the module pool program which we have created already. In this program itself, what we will do that, let us see if it's, yeah, this is the tab step program we have created. Just for navigation purpose, I will add it over here, some back button at least. So you know that we have to add the back button in the PBO of that particular screen. So 100 is our main screen. I will go inside this PBO and we will define a PF status quickly over here. So PBO, this is the include PBO already. This include I have created. So here itself I will just go and create this PF status. Double click the uppercase letter. Okay, so select this one and Control U. It will be converted into the uppercase letter. Click on this yes button, test. Okay, and just here I use one button so that every time I will not face any issue. Okay, just go back and I will write a code over where in the PAI, right? We write the code inside the PAI. So this module we can use for the PAI purpose, right? So PAI, just simply we'll write a code over here and case by ucom when we are going to give the back over here, leave to screen 0, leave to screen 0, end case. Check this, activate this. Okay, so we have done this one. Right click and activate it. Got activated. Display this one, and this is now enabled. Fine. So what actually you'll have to do, you want to display the select option, the screen number 100. So wherever you want to display the the select option, the first step what you will have to do, the range means nothing but the select option on the screen. Okay, select option on the screen. How to display, how to display, how to means how to put there, how to put there. Okay, select option. So the first step, create a sub screen. Simply will not be able to do so. Okay, simply if you give the select option, right? Suppose if you are thinking that if we're going to write under the PBO, selection, select option, select options is underscore test for Mara hyphen, MATNR. Suppose I want to give the select option inside this screen like this, is underscore test for Mara hyphen Matner. Okay, pretty printer. It will not work. Okay, it will not work. Let's define this Mara. Come over here and we will define this Mara. So under the top include we will define and go here and tables Mara already. I have written it over here. Check the syntax, activate this one, activate, and so this is the work area, right? We have defined already. Go to 100 s underscore test for Mara hyphen matter. This is how we define the select option, right? Check the syntax. So you can see that it's telling the statement select option is invalid. Check the spelling and also it will not take it over here. Now, even if we're going to define in the main program also, in the main program under the top include, okay, it might not give you the error, but it will not directly work. Okay, check the syntax. So select options is only allowed between begin and end of the screen for program with type other than one. Other than one means other than executable program. You can see here that this is my type 1 program, means this is the executable program. Okay, this is the type 1 program. The first option 1 means the executable program. Here directly you can use the select options. Okay, there is no problem. It will generate automatically a selection screen with the select option. But here you want to get the same thing, how to do. So for doing that one, the first step what you will have to follow is create a sub screen. Okay, the second step, sorry, sub screen area, not sub screen. You don't have to create, you don't have to create the sub screen. No need of creating the sub screen. So generally what we think that whenever we create a sub screen area, inside the sub screen area to put some screen, we have to create the sub screen. That's the general rule. That's the general rule. But in this case, we don't have to create the sub screen. Automatically system will generate one select select options screen. I will just show you. Okay. So the first step is this one, create a sub screen area. Once you have created this sub screen area, after that in the main program, that means inside the include, okay, that means inside the top include, so top include will be always there in the main program, right? So inside the top include, what you will have to do, write the below syntax. Which syntax? This syntax. So what we'll have to do, that you will have to write selection screen, begin of a screen. The screen number you'll have to give over here. Okay, so let us suppose some screen number you are going to give 300 or any screen number. Just you have to give any dummy screen number over here. System will automatically generate as sub screen. Okay, then here again selection screen. Okay, end of screen 300. So once you will activate, system will automatically generate this 300 screen, and this 300 screen will be have like a sub screen, but it is not exactly sub screen. I will show you just and inside this you will have to write the select options. That's it, and it will work. Okay, it just by writing this one it will not work. We'll have to do some more thing, but this is one of the important step. Okay, let's go and do this. I'll just copy it from here, which I have written. Copy. So the first step, I'll have to clear the sub screen area, right? First step that I will do. Control V. Selection screen. I think something is wrong. Yeah, inside this selection screen, end of this is fine. And so this is the second step. We have done it over here, and the first step, now we can just there is no need of following the sequence. It is fine if later also you are going to create the sub screen. I will go and create the sub screen where I want to display my select option. So inside this 100 number screen I want to display. Okay, so go here and create this sub screen. This is the sub screen. So give the name SUBSCR2, okay, something like that, or SO. Select option I just want to display, so I'm just giving SUBSCRSO. Copy this one and just save it. Okay, so the first step, create a sub screen area where you want to display the what? Select options. Okay, so the first step I have done. The second step also I have already copy and pasted the code over here in the main program, right? In the main program, if you go and check inside the top, here also you can write the top, that whatever the code inside the top we have written here also you can write, but because already we have created the include, why not to write over here? It will be modularized. Okay, so selection screen, begin of screen 300 as sub screen, select options, this selection screen, end of screen 300 is now the second step is there. Now in the third step, actually what we will have to do, because you can see that it's working like a select option, right? This is the select options that it is. What we are doing, we are telling begin of a screen 300 as sub screen, right? So 300 is going to be have like a sub screen. So this 300 we will be calling this sub screen inside that where sub screen area. So how to call a sub screen inside the sub screen area? Already we have the syntax over here, the same syntax. This is the syntax we have used for the tab strip control. Okay, so the same syntax, sub screen, call sub screen, the sub screen area, the name we have given this one. Okay, including, and side id we can use, and the number we have given 300. Okay, number we have given 300. That's it. This much only you'll have to, sorry, 300. Okay, and okay, and this, you can copy, and the same as I've told you that you'll have to write complete syntax over here, and then this much only call a screen inside the PAI. If you don't give, then what will happen? If you don't write inside the PAI, what will happen? I will show you. Remove this, just save it, and this much only you are supposed to do, and your work will be done. Okay, come over here. So check the syntax. You can see there is no error. Activate this one, activate, and it will be selected the proper, include and everything. Go into the read mode, then try to activate, and it got activated, right? Come to this transaction now and run this, and here you can see that it has appeared, right? Select option has appeared. So you'll have to do like this. If you click on this, you can see that when you are going to click on this, it's not working. Okay, it's not working. So actually, why it's not working, the reason behind that, because we have not given this, this, some of the functionality you will be missing if you don't give this call subscreen inside the PAI. That's why here also you are supposed to write call subscreen including the program and the subscreen number. Then after the call subscreen this. Okay, now if we're going to do and activate this one, right click and activate. Okay, right click and activate, run this one, go to this transaction, run this one. Now if you click over here, you can see that now you are able to put the value. So this was one tricky point which we are supposed to know. Okay, fine. So go to license SC80. Okay, and now we will see that. Okay, so now we are going to see that, PAI and PBO process after POH and POV, process on value request and process on help request. Okay, so here inside this 100, if you see here, I will just define one value, and here itself we will just do it. Go into the change mode. Okay, so suppose this is my a text field. I'm just going to take, give its name, some input field, this is some input field. Okay, so and here we are having some input output field. Here you can pass some value, here you can pass input value, right? So the first number, second number, something like that. Okay, so now here you want to display the F4 help. Here you want to display the F4 help. How to do that, right? F4 help if you want to display. So how that can be achieved? Go to this program, means go to the main program, and here that particular value is where, that particular screen element which we have just written, where it is. Input field is here on this 100 number screen, right? Here also you can see under the element list. So here we'll create the POV, process on value request. So process on value request, this particular syntax we will create, and inside this, for which field you want to do this one, what's the name of that field? The name of the field is input underscore value, right? So you will give this one, and for this you want to define the value which is going to populate. Okay, so you'll have to give some value module over here. So populate value, pop value, full stop. Click on this petty pin to check the syntax. Activate this one. Activate. Okay, it is now activated. It is now activated. Now we will see that there will be F4 help appeared on that particular screen for that particular value. You can see that F4 help has been appeared for this input field. Earlier it would not be there if you would have not defined like this. Okay, if you would have not defined like this, that F4 help will not come. But what will be the value? What will be the value over there? What will be the value over there? So here you have, here if you see the value, like this, sorry, I came over here, run this one, go here, and if you see that you are not able to populate any value. So you can populate the value in many ways. One, you can directly attach the search help, right? You can directly attach the search help. You know how to attach the search help, right? You know how to attach the search help here itself. You can come double click over here and directly you can give the search help. Okay, that's the best way. That's the best way. But suppose if you're not able to do so, if you're not able to do so, you want to customize your value using customize your value, then in that case what you can do, that you can use this process on value request field, the field name module, and inside this module you can create a module. So a separate module for this process on value request you may create, a separate include you can create for this process on value request. Okay, so z demo POH, process on value request, like we have created PAI PBO. Similarly I'm going to create. Okay, so here this has been come. Now you will have to use some function module to populate the value over there. What is the name of the function module? I have noted down the name of the function module. Let me go and check. This one is the function module. Okay, if for if int table value request. Okay, if for if int table value request. Let's go there and do that. Okay, go to this. So there can be multiple function module, but this one I have just used. There can be different kind of function module which you can use. If for if int table value request, select this one, click on this OK button, and here you can see that the value is getting populated, right? Now what I have to do, that we have to pass the value over here if for into this function module, right? So how to pass the value over here? One thing is that, for example, that that field is suppose you are having, that is the Matner field, right? Suppose that input field is the Matner field. So Matner is of how much character over here, /o sc11. If you can go here and if you see Matner is of char 40, right? So this is the character, this is the character data type. So one thing is that we can define that value as a character data type, right? You can go here also, you can define the character data type for this input field. You can go to this property directly from here, and here also you can define the property as the character data type. Text field, input output. I'm looking for the input output. This is the input output. Automatically it is a character data type, right? This is a text field. The type is not required. This input data type where we can pass the value, it's already of character data type. So nothing to worry. It's good. Now, what actually I want to do over here, just I want to make it simple, very simple, that I want to give the DDK structure. I want to tell to the system, refer the structure Mara from the data dictionary, okay, and their field Matner. Refer the structure Mara from the data dictionary and their field Matner, and whatever the search help has been applied, okay, whatever the search help has been applied over there, you apply the same search help over here. That's what I'm trying to do it over here, okay. And here in that case, let me check if without the C, or actually it is having two possible value, C or S. So I'm not selecting at this point of time anything. Let us see if it gives some error or it's working fine. Okay. This value underscore tab will have to define the proper, internal table so that it will come and sit over here, this value, and this exception we can enable. Okay, this exception we can enable. So here we are having some important exceptions, like suppose some error is there, like parameter error, no value find, it will give. That's why it's better to enable the exceptions. Value tab, I'm going to define the internal table for this. Go here, click on this yes button, and for the value tab, what we are having, for the value tab, nothing. You can see that it's nothing. For the value underscore tab, there is nothing. So if nothing is there, simply you can give the character data type. Any length of character data type you can take, or you can take anything in fact, because if nothing is there. Okay, so I'm just going to use the data. Then we are having the value underscore tab. We are having the value underscore tab type table of, and just it's a material number, so maybe we can take car 40. Okay, and then this return underscore tab also will have to define, so that if you select the value, it will return the value. Okay, so that if you select the value, it will return the value. So return underscore tab, what is the type of this? Let's go and check. For return underscore tab, this is DDSH return value. Copy this one, go back, and but we'll have to check what is that. That is the structure or table type. Okay, so this is the structure. You can see that before this it is telling that it's a structure, and under this is under the tables parameter. So that means though this is the type is a structure, but this variable is internal table. Okay, so we are going to use this one data it underscore return type table of full stop. Pretty printer, check the syntax. Okay, here we have to pass that. No, so value underscore tab and it return. This name you can use different also, there is no problem. I've kept the same name, return underscore tab. Check the syntax now. Is there any problem? Return underscore tab, it's telling unknown. I'll just actually it's it underscore return. So copy this one and paste it over here. Control V. Check the syntax now and it's fine. Right click and activate it over here. It is now activated. No, it is not activated. Go into the display mode first. It's not allowing. Right click and then activate it. Now activated, put the breakpoint over here and we'll see if it is going to give some error or something like that. Okay, this was not activated. Okay, let me Now it got activated. Put the breakpoint over here and right click, and then once again I'm just activating to just make sure that everything is perfect. Now go to this transaction and run it over here. Come here and press F4. As soon as you are pressing F4, this particular breakpoint is getting triggered, and press F6. There is size sub RC2. You can see that no values found. It's telling there is no values. When we are passing this DDK structure and return field, it's telling that there is no value. So there can be multiple region. Let's go and check to Mara table if the value for Matner is there or not. Okay. Value for Matner is there, right? Also, if you go and check for this material number and go to this further characteristic and check this search help. If you see the search help here, it is having the search help associated, right? Search help associated. So the search help associated here is working fine, right? It's working fine. You can see that material description and all. If you click on this OK button, it's giving this value and all, right? So there is no problem at this point of time, but still why not the value is giving. Okay, so maybe the way it should be called, I have not called. Some problem can be there. So what we will do, that we will go to the documentation of that particular function module. That is the important function module. Close this, and we'll go to the documentation. Come over here, come over here. If the documentation will also not help, already I have prepared the note and code is successful, we can go and check that one. Okay, go to this function module and click on this function module documentation, and here they have given the nice document. Value underscore org equals to s I am supposed to give, I believe. Let me check. Go to /n SC38 SC80. Go to this include, where we have written the code under the PBO module, PAI module. Okay, and this is the populate value. Go into the change mode, and here value underscore org, I'm going to give the S because I'm using the structure. Okay, I'm using the structure. Activate this one, and come to this particular transaction and run once again, and we'll see that it's populating the value or not. Press F4 and press F6, and this time also the size of RC is 2, right? This time also the size of RC is 2. Mara we are giving, Matner we are giving. It is fine, this is fine. The value underscore tab it underscore returns would be also blank. What is the problem? DIN programming, the DIN pro number, DIN pro field. Okay, we are not passing this DIN pro field. Okay, let me do one thing. What are the important field we are supposed to pass? Return field, size CPROG, side in R will pass. Okay, this all the things will pass, and let us see if it is working or not. Go back, go to this PAI pop-up, and we are not passing this value at this point of time. We'll try doing this because this was the optional field, so just we ignored, but it's not working. So side in profile, what is the input field name we have given? So the name I have forgot. Again, I will go and check the value, just leave it, and then program is nothing but side ID you can give, or size CPROG, size CPROG. Okay, both is fine, and DIN pro field will pass in a single quote. Let's go and check what's the DIN pro field name for which we want to populate the value. We'll go to the screen, double click over here, go to this element list. From here itself we can get it out, that value, input underscore value, copy this one and pop off the value and get the value, paste the value over here. Okay, check the syntax now, activate this one, activate. Okay, and it is now activated. Run this one, let us see, press F4 and here F6, size of RC again 2, size of RC is again 2. This is also not working, right? This is also not working. Mara we have given, Matner we have given, CPROG, input value, this field we have given. Okay, we have given this field. It should work actually because the structure, I'm just referring this value, right? Mara and Matner, value underscore tab. Type table. Let me do one thing. So it happens like this, this is little tricky. So every time I forget what steps we'll have to follow, I'm just going to, check with this value underscore tab. It may create some problem. Okay. So I'm going to create one, types begin of ty underscore value, and it will be having the Matner data type, Matner field name. I'm going to keep the same. Okay, and then end of ty underscore value, and we will be having the data it underscore value type table of ty underscore value. So it underscore value is having now Matner field, and this actually this value tab is now not required, and this name we can change at value underscore tab. Value underscore tab. Okay, so now the value underscore tab is going to have this as a component, right? So value underscore tab, this Matner, and this Matner is now same value underscore tab. Let us give a try. Okay, right click and activate this one. Go into the display mode, right click and activate this one, and then run this. Check this one, press F6. Again it is showing the 2, no values found. It is telling there is no value, Okay, let me do one thing. One last step I will do last time. If it works, it's okay, otherwise I will check it offline. Okay, and I will let you know. So here what I can do, that instead of S, let me do one thing. Once again I will go to this documentation and I will check value underscore org equal to S. That is fine. The options should be used for new development despite other values. Value underscore t by internal table structure. Okay, every line value underscore tab then corresponds to one line in the list to be displayed. How to define, how the data structure is passed. This, each line contains the single field. Okay, if the single field is having, then we are going to use this column. So okay, okay, so this documentation is not straightforward. We'll have to put more concentration and we'll have to give them more time. Okay, but what I can understand from there, let me try with the single field. C stands for the column, single column, and we are having the Matner over here, right? Let me see. Run this one. run this one. No values found. This time also it's telling the no values found. Okay, one more. What I can do it over here, go into the change mode, and we can explicitly, we can explicitly populate this value underscore tab. So select Martner from Mara into value underscore tab up to 10 rows. So I'm just selecting Martner up to 10 rows in this particular internal table, and we will check. Okay, check the syntax, right click and activate this one. So this value underscore tab will be now having some value, because automatically it's not populating. So I'm just trying to explicitly populate and pass the value. Let us see if it works or not. Press F4. It has called the debugger. Value underscore tab is having some 10 values. That's good. F6. Oh, it's giving some error. Invalid subfield access offset plus length too long. Error in ABAP application, where it's giving the error. Let's try to check that one. What is the error coming over here? Click on this debugger. Let us try to understand what they are trying to do. Here some length, it's 20. Okay, list field the Mara. From the Mara they are trying to get something, the field name, something they are doing, and there they are not able to find the offset. Okay, what is this problem? Pop value, just let me check what it's going to be wrong. Input underscore value, we have given this one. The value underscore org is we have given. Let me check with the S, the structure. We are passing the structure. So I can try with these ones, run this one and try. Offset too large. Can you just check what is the problem over here? Can you please help me to identify the issue? What can be the problem? The value callback program, this is fine. Value underscore tab, return underscore tab, it looks good. Everything looks good for me over here. Then what is the problem? Let me remove this reference structure. I'm going to remove this reference structure and then we will see. Okay, run this one, run this, press F4, F6. Oh, and here it's working fine. Okay, so this is how, sometimes you will get stuck and you will have to take help of either Google or documentation, or the best way what you can do, that you can check how other people has implemented. So how you can check if you get stuck like this, you can put the cursor over here and check the where used. Okay, this is very helpful actually. And some other people, if anywhere Many people would have used this one because this is a frequently used one. Okay, so most of the things, if you want to see that how someone has used, and suppose if you don't have the internet access, right, and if you're not able to understand from the function module documentation and all, it's a very good that you just check how some another people has used in their custom program, because in a standard you might feel some difficulty to understand. So what you can do that you can go and check in the standard program. So program and classes both you can select, or select everything, there is no problem. Anywhere you might find the code, and here demo POH. Okay, this G program you can see someone has developed Z demo POH process on, but this is for help request, but however they have used over here. Okay, this is our program, is it? Yeah, this is ours. This is our program, this is our include, that's why. So nowhere we are able to see in the custom one, so because there is no custom, so you can just try with the Google, or you can try by looking into the standard program. So I'm just looking into the standard program how they have used, because in a standard you can see at many places it has been used, and if you're able to understand from here, that's fine. You can just check it over here, they have used here the return field, the the characters, the value underscore tab. So this is the field you'll have to pass if we're going to use. Okay, double click over here and try to analyze. A standard also, it's not very difficult to analyze like how they are going to call the function module and all. You can see that value underscore tab here, they are populating the data, and this data can be of any type. So from here they are getting the data, right? And this fu underscore code, I means this will be having the multiple field. Out of that field, only this field they are interested in. Double click over here, you can see that in this two field is there, they are interested in this field, they want to you know receive back this particular field fu underscore code. Okay, they are willing to receive this fu underscore code. So that's why they have given the fu underscore code over here, because this structure, this is having the multiple value, and they are interested in this value only. And this cards is what? This cards is what? Come over here and go and see with some constant is there s. So simple, you can see we were just struggling over there, that that what to do, what to write, and all those things I was doing. You can see that you can just copy it from here. Okay, and go there and you can paste it and you can try, because that is the tested one that was working fine. So there is a chances that 99% chances that that will work without any problem. So you can control V, and the return field, what field you want to get it return? I want to get it return Matner, right? Because I'm having Matner value over here in this value underscore tab. And this value underscore tab, we are going to pass the data over here, value underscore tab, and this value underscore org here, I will hard code the value. It was having the value s. Okay, that's it. I'm going to comment this one and let us see if it is working or not. Okay, so there is a chances that it will work value, because it is used in the standard program, right, in this way. So let's go and try. Put the breakpoint over here. So, and if you want to understand in detail, certainly we'll have to do the study of the function model documentation. You will have to browse through the internet, and you'll have to understand. So there is no alternative of that. Okay, so sorry, I want to activate it. Activate this one, transaction, run this, press F4, F6. Okay, F6, and here you can see that it's working, right? Here it's working. So like that you can do. This is what I wanted to share. Now suppose if we're going to press F1, F4 you have seen, If you have pressed F4, you are getting the process on value request. So F4 means process on value request, and F4 means process on, sorry, F1 means the technical, help you want to see. Like if you are going to press F1 over here, you want to understand about this field, like technical settings. You want to see some documentation, right? You want to see some documentation. So there are many function module over here also in order to use the in order to document any field. Okay, so for that particular field I want to document, so that when I press F1 I should get the information. Generally what you do, generally if you go to some transaction in a standard one, SAP has already, if you press F1 over here, you can see that nice, this one is coming, right? So the similar to this, if you want to do, how you can do similar to this. So you can check, if you want to see how they have done, you can check in the same way, right? You can go to, uh, you can go to the debugger, okay, and press F1. If you press F1, you can see that, field help info, this got triggered. Field help info, you will see the so much code they have written, right? So you can just try to analyze that how actually they are going to do here. The PAI screen module PAI, right? And SAP search help related, this program is there, search help underscore PAI. Event type is PAI, but the actual event, because F1 I have pressed, it should be what? POH, process on value request. That event also you will get. Okay, actually inside that event only this will be implemented. So let's go and search that event and we will look into the code how they have done. Okay, so system PAI, right? So from here it's little difficult to identify. What I will do that, suppose you have to find where they have written the code. What you will do that, press F1 and go to the technical settings and get the screen number. This is a screen number, right? This is a screen number. Double click over here and go to the POH of this screen. Where? POH. So here this is the PBO, right? Here the PAI, and we are going to look into the POH, process on help request. Here there is no process on help request. Okay, then how it is coming? Okay, then how it is coming? So it seems they have implemented. So one implementation can be done in a different way. It is not necessary that one thing you can achieve in the same way, right? So it seems they have used some another way to populate that one, that particular field, MATNR. Okay, so that for the 60 number screen, somewhere this is the field, right? For this field where they have written the code, you can find out the module, right? This chain and end chain they are doing for the validation, right? Inside the chain and end chain. So we have learned the concept that if you have the multiple field to be validated, we are going to use the chain and end chain, right? So that another field will not be grayed out if something is going to be wrong with one of the field. So these are the fields they are going to put, and these are the module they are going to call for these particular fields. Okay, these are the module where they have written the logic in order to, uh, in order to, in order to uh, in order to populate the value, or in order to write the business logic. Okay, so multiple module they have written. Just I'm trying to find where they could have written the search help one, right? That's what I'm trying to look into. If they are going to press F1, as soon as they are pressing, when we are pressing the F1, let's go and activate the debugger once more and we'll try. Press F1. Here this has come, that's okay. let me do, I'm going to refresh the memory. This time it is something coming differently. Refresh the memory, refresh the memory. So debugging the standard is a little tricky. You should have more expertise, you should have the patience. Okay, it is like working with the chip. Okay, so come to this mm03 now and come over here and activate the debugger, and I just want to check how they have done. Okay, and similarly, if it is simple, if it is easy to understand, I will try to implement in the same way. Okay, so fill help, you can see the function got called over here. So here itself in PAI itself they have written the logic for the that for that F1 help in the PAI itself. Okay, so from here also we can do, there is no problem, right? Because if you are going to press some function key, uh, F1 you are going to press, and if you have the process on help request, that first process on help request will get triggered. Okay, with some another with that F1 some function code, if it is attached, then it will certainly call this event, right? PAI event. If we're going to take any action on the screen, PAI will be called, right? That we know. Okay, so here you can see that help start. Okay, select WRT and then select this is fine. Program pop globals, return value. We'll have to put little more effort over here. I will show you the simple way. Yeah, we can you can go and check their others. You will be able to understand if you if you can debug 10 times 20 times like that, because that is the standard. So generally it is little difficult. You'll have to put more effort. I will show you the simple way. Suppose if you have to display some documentation over here, what you can do, that you can go inside that particular screen where it has been defined. So go to the screen 100 is there, and go into the change mode, go and use the process on help request, process on help request, and give that field. This is the field for which I want to display the documentation. Copy the same code, the module I'm going to help doc. I'm going to change the module name. That's it. Click on this OK button and process on help request. Z demo POH, process on help. Click on this OK button. Click on this OK. Yes. And we have one function module. So the name of the function module is the pop-up with table display. We have, so you can go and pop up with table display. This is the name of the function module. Some error is there. What is the error? Pop I think underscore should not be there. Yeah, so here the end column and all this, like this it will come. Okay, so end position of the column, end position of the row, starting position of the column, starting position of the row where you want to display. Okay, so the end position I want to keep 40 here. Also I'm going to give 40 here. I'm going to give 10, and here I'm going to also give the 10. So this is the starting position and this is the ending position. This is the coordinate value, right? It's a giving one, and the 40 characters from the beginning, 40 characters from the beginning, right? This is for the column, so it's going to define the column distance from the upper portion. So 40 characters come down from upper portion to 40 characters, like that. Okay, and the title text means the help request and whatever the value you are going to pass it over here, with the help of that you can display the content. So value underscore tab, let's go and see the data type for that. Value underscore tab, you can see that it's a string one, right? Character
Hello,
one.
Pankaj.
Yes, yes, yes.
Help underscore object underscore show is one of the function model is there, no?
Which one?
Help underscore object underscore show.
Yeah, that is the better than this. Okay, so there are
Yes.
many actually function module. There are many function module which you can use for the help, for displaying the help one. Just you can tell me, I will try to implement that one.
Help underscore object underscore show.
Help underscore object, right?
Yes.
So okay, so this is also one. There can be many, there are many actually. This one, right?
Yes, yes.
Or this one, help object show for field, or help object show.
Yes, yes. Help underscore object underscore show.
Okay, so I think second one also can be used. So there are many function module. You can get so many function module. So first I will show with this, and then I will go and come.
Okay.
I will display with this. Okay,
Okay.
just comment this one. Come over here, and for the value underscore tab, I'm going to define one internal table. Type char 40 and insert the value. So it will require one worker here, w underscore value, you know here you give type table of char 40, and here type what, char 40. So here directly I'm using the elementary data type in order to define this internal table. So what will be the field for this internal table? It will be having the single field. What will be the name of that field? Any one of you, what will be the name of that field? What will be the name of the field? The name of the field will be table underscore line, right? The name of the field, because this is the elementary data type. Whenever you are going to use the elementary data type like this to declare an internal table, by default the name of the field always will be table underscore line. Okay, now this wa underscore line, what we can do it over here, that we can give her, let me do one thing, like line of, like line of, I want to append some value over here, like line of it underscore value. Okay, so w underscore line, control space. Okay, table underscore line, explicitly I'm giving, let us check if it's working or not. Okay, full stop and append wa underscore line to it underscore value. Check the syntax if it is fine. Some error is there, it's telling this particular value is not. Okay, let me do one thing here. It's not supporting like this data wa underscore value type char 40, and this wa underscore value equals to test help test full stop, and here w underscore value. This should work. Okay, okay, here we'll have to give the value now. So it underscore value, copy this one and paste it over here. Control V, check the syntax. This is fine. Activate this one. Check this, check this. Okay. The statement ending with this ended unexpectedly. What? Okay, first let us try to activate this one and let us see if it is giving some error. go into the display mode and activate this. It got activated. That was some, unnecessary error, misleading error. Now it's fine. Go to this transaction and run this. And I will put the breakpoint over there so that I can show you that how it's working. Okay. Run this, run this, come over here. Sorry, I was supposed to press F1. I have pressed F4. Okay. Close this, press F1. As soon as you will press F1, it will directly go and call, this that POH event. Okay. POH event. So now here it has come, right? Pop up with table display. It has come. Pop up with table display. Press F6. Here this is the see here this IT underscore value is a internal table with table underscore line. Okay, by default this will come. That value, one value I have appended in that, and now press F6 and you can see that it is coming like help request. Okay, so this is I wanted to. So suppose if you have to show the simple value like this, you can use this one. Okay, now go to SCAT once again, but why it's giving the exception condition break off triggered? Why it's giving this? What is the reason? Okay, what is the reason? Let us try to, yeah, tell me.
We have not enabled the exception, maybe that's why.
Okay, good catch. Let's go and check if we have enabled the exception or not. Help document. So we have not enabled the exception. That's right. Perfectly. Enable this one and check the syntax. Activate this one, and once again we'll give a try. So very good. And come over here, press F1 and press F8. It is coming. Just cancel this one, and this time it's not giving any error. That's fine. So that was the issue, that we have not enabled the exception. Very good. Now this is done. This is done. You can use the another function module. Similarly, you can use the so many function module. There are many function module that you can use. Okay. So suppose if I want to use, let me try to use quickly this one. Come over here and I'm going to enable. So we should know how to use a function module. Help object. So this is the doc name. We'll have to create the doc name first, right? We'll have to, how to create the doc name? We can go to AC64 transaction, I believe, or AC61. There is a transaction to create the doc name, actually, the document, AC61, I think. Yeah, here, edit documents, you'll have to create the document. So the data element name, you can give it over here, the document class. Let me see if we can select PDF based, I don't know, implementation guide chapter, PDF, class event, dialog text. Let's select this dialog text and we can give some text over here, JED test. Click on this create button. An error occurred and this feature is no longer functioning properly. Please run setup and select repair to restore the application. Okay. Some give test, help, request, something like that you can give, or just save it, local object, go back and then so JED test we have created, right? Come here and give this name over here. Okay, give this name over here. Doc title we can give doc title itself, doc title test, doc class. Which class I have used over here? The no, this is the document class dialog text. This class I have used. Let's find out its technical name for this doc class that will have to pass, right? So din profile is this one. Why it's not opening? Do one thing, go back, go to this table name rsdu and var text 3. Remember, okay, rsdu and var text 3, var text 3, var text 3, var text 3. This one, okay. Go and check the check field. There is no, okay, no problem. Come over here. Char 60, it is of char 60 characters, but the name is var text 3. I don't know what is the technical name for that. Din pro field is this one. What we have to give over here? So I'm not sure what actually I'll have to give. Do we have to give dialog text? Do you know what we have to give it over here? Or that rs text 3?
The class will
What?
pass directly dialog text. What is there, no?
No, this is the class. Okay, you mean to class name, right?
Yes, yes,
So,
yes, yes.
okay. So this one, yeah, ID actually will have
Yes,
to
yes,
pass. Right,
yes,
right,
yes,
yes, yeah. So dialog text means DT. Okay, dialog text means DT. DT will have to
yes.
pass. Yeah, thanks. DT will have to pass. Save it. And other things, the links also, like here, the links, suppose if you want to pass some information, right? Here we can pass it. I don't know exactly how to use this one. Let me try. Go here, double click. Let's go and check what is the data type for this links /o sc37. Give this value. Okay, go into the display mode and the links structure T line. Copy this one and data, control V. This is under tables. Okay, that means this is the internal table. So IT link type table of T line full stop. Okay, so data WA underscore link like line of IT underscore link, and you can pass some value. Let us see what is the value we can pass it over here. TD format and TD line. Okay, so here also you can pass some extra value if you want. Okay, so the TD format, what is the value TD line itself directly I'm going to pass, and let us see if it is working or not. Some TD line or test line. Full stop, PT printer, check the syntax. In the module, we have given tables exceptions. Let's enable IT underscore link. Control F2, right click and activate this one. Right click and activate. Put the breakpoint and we will see. Or just directly let's go and execute. Okay. Come over here, press F1. No documentation available. That means that is not working perfectly. Okay. The meaning of that means that is not working perfectly. Okay. Let me do one thing. Once again, I will put the breakpoint over there. Help document. Inside this help document, let's put this breakpoint, and we'll see that if we can do something more over here. Run this, and press F1. TT line I have given, that is okay. IT underscore line link. So we are not passing this value, we are not appending this value, we are supposed to append, right? Then only this IT link will be populated. Okay, but however, whatever we have given, this doc name, at least that text should come, right? That text should come. So close this, come over here. J underscore text we have passed, the dialog text we have passed, it should come, right? We have given the some value over here, we have just given test help request, it should come. That is not coming. So what I will do that, because I don't know how to use this one, I will just Google it out. Okay, so what is the function module? Directly I will give the function module name over there, /nscat. Come to this PA include, pop up a value, and come to this. Oh, here we are having actually this help object show. And the similar example I remember I was looking some days back, it was there in the SAP technical. Okay, or it is not necessary to give this SAP technical, you will get so many documentation about this. Yeah, here you can see that. So many places you may get, you can go through that. Okay, so here this is the select document general text. Okay, document class they have choose the general text, and the transaction is AC61. I know this one. Okay, and here how they have used. Okay, this is the application, that's fine. Here they are using some another class, some another function module. Okay, doc name, silongo, all these things. This is not that particular. Help object show. Yeah, help object show for field and help object show. But here this one is the different. Okay, application. So I don't know. There, let me check with some another documentation where if I can find help object show example. Remove this SAP technical now. So here you can get that they have written like this, called for tab and all these things, help object show for field, help object show the doc class tx silango. I'm just going to copy this. Okay, and I will paste it over there. Go into and paste it. Remove this one, remove this one, remove this one. Okay, so the links we are passing over here, IT underscore link, and the doc class is the tx we are supposed to create /so AC61, and we'll select the tx, this one, general text, and in general text we'll just pass some name. Click on this create. You can change the editor if you want. Like this also you can get. If you want to make it in bold, You have this UT for the heading, test heading. Press enter. You can give some another normal text. Normal text. Click on the save button, local object, and activate this one. Okay, it's active now. Z test GT. Come over here. Document name, I'll give this one, and the document title, I can give some title, document title over here. Doc title. Just save it, activate this one. Come here and activate this, activate this. So now it looks good to me. IT test line. Append this W underscore link to IT underscore link. Activate. So activate. Come to this transaction and run this. Press F1, F8. Has it opened something? Yeah, you can see that test heading and normal text has come over here. Okay, so here technical settings and all is coming. If you want to maintain the technical settings and all, you can just check it. I have never use these technical settings. How generally we don't require to show this F1 help and all, so but if you want, you can just explore little more. As assignment, what you can do, that you can see that help object show for field, right? For field, you can use this function module, or the one in the SAP technical they have given that you can also use. So I'm just going to write the assignment here itself, and then I will paste in the Excel. Just copy it, Control Z, Control V. Use the below FM to display the to display the help request for a field. Okay, so this you can use this one. It was there in the SAP technical, that also you can use. This one we have just seen. Okay, or this one, this one is there in the SAP help. This is so for help. This also you use and try to do. So you try to use this function module. Okay, try to use this function module, and so if you just search, you will get the first under here. I will copy this link as well. However, you can just Google it out, you will be able to get it. Okay, so use this function module to display the search help, and to display the this is F1 help, and for the search help, one function module we have just seen, right? F4 int, and another function module. Let's check the another function module. Frequently used FM for value help, F4 in SAP ABAP. Okay, and we'll also give the example. So select option F4 help. Some option is coming over here. Dynamic F4 search help, FM for F4 on custom table.
Hello.